Okay, so that was orally from the first song from lesson 3 in the PGM book, Progressive Guitar Method book. So with this one, it's a little bit more challenging, obviously, because from lesson 2, because we've added in the 3rd string. The 2 notes on the 3rd string we've got is G, open 3rd string, and A, 2nd fret on the 3rd string. So now, what we want to do, as I've explained in previous episodes, is that we need to break down the process into 4 steps. Okay, the 4-step process is firstly listening to the song, and this is probably one of the most important things to do to give you an overall idea of how the song goes. So when we do that, I'll get a lot of people, you know, when they have problems learning a piece and they get stuck, and I always ask the question, have you actually listened to the song? And they go, oh, I've actually skipped that step. So remember to do that. It's very, very important. So one of the things you can do also while you're listening along to the song is see if you can try to follow along with the notes as well. You know, what you could do is maybe get a pencil and, you know, just see if you can tap along with each of the notes as the song's playing. So this gives you a really good overall perspective of how the song is structured. So after step 1, the next step is to see if we can clap along with the piece, so identifying the rhythm of the piece. So let's see if we can do that together. So again, always working with our metronome, and we'll do it at a steady pace. I'm going to do it at 65 BPM. For some reason I like 65 BPM, I don't know why. So let's see if we can do it together. Here we go. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. And remember, repeat. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Next line. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so hopefully you got all that right. If you didn't, best thing is to do is to step 1 is to sort of, you know, slow it down a little bit. Obviously if we're going a little bit too fast for you, then that's one of the first areas to sort of have a look at, and then make sure you just want to go over that a few times until you get it right. So now what we're going to do is step 3, which is identifying the notes in the piece. Okay, so this can be pretty challenging, and so as we've worked with the G4 reading exercises for the 3rd string, we should be at the level now where you're reasonably confident on how to do it, on how to identify especially your G and your A notes. Okay, so here we go. You want to do this in 2 steps. Firstly, just go through and naming the notes without the metronome. And then once you can do that, you know, don't worry too much about the rhythm. Just go through and name each note. And then what we want to do is use our metronome. Okay. So starting very, very slowly. I'll start us at a steady pace of 50 BPM for the video. And so we'll do the rhythm as well at the same time. So we're building on each time, with a new skill. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we go. So G, C, B, C, D, A, D. Hold it. C, B, A, B, C. 2, 3, and let's repeat again. Here we go. G, C, B, C, D, A, D. Hold. C, B, A, B, C. 2, 3, 4. Next line. E, E, E. Hold it. E, 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 D, C, D, E. 2, 3. Now last line, here we go. E, E, F, E, D, A, D, C, B, E, D, C. So hopefully you found that a little bit fun. So if you went really well with that, then that's great, terrific. If you feel really confident in what you're doing there, it's time to move on to step 4, and I bet you can guess what that is. We're going to try to play it. All right. So again, with the same process we do for each step, we firstly will go through without the metronome, because otherwise it can be a little stressful and you might want to throw your metronome out the window. So what we want to do, you just go through it slowly. But what we're going to do, I'm going to go through it with you. We'll go through, and we're just going to go through in what we call bite-sized chunks. So let's start with the first bar. So what have we got there for the first bar? We've got G, then we've got C, then we have B, and then back to C. Okay, so let's see if we can do those 4 notes together. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, G, C, B, C. All right. So most people are pretty good at that, feel confident about that. So the next bar, this is where it can get a little tricky, because what we've got to do is we've got to play our D, and a lot of people struggle with that D just because, you know, it's not G, because G is easy to find, it's because it's down the bottom, right? So it's the next one up. And this is where it can be a little challenging. So you can do some exercises like taking your hand off and putting it back and playing the D to help strengthen the D. Get a little bit more confident. A lot similar to what we would do with our chords to remember where that note is. So okay, we've got D, and then we've got the new note of A, and then back to D. So we're using our second and our third finger here, which can be a little tricky. So you want to really just even practice moving between D and A. Walk around the house doing this. Just be very, very annoying. Okay, so what we want to do now is try bar 2, where we go D, A, D. So let's add it on to bar 1. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, G, C, B, C, D, A, D. Alright, so hopefully that went well for you. Now, bar 3, here we go. So we got C, B, A, B, and then back to C. And then for the last bar, bar 4, C. Okay, so I'll do bar 3 and 4 together now. Here we go, bar 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. C, B, A, B, C. Okay, so let's try the whole line. Alright, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. G, C, B, C, D, A, D, C, B, A, G. Okay, so let's now try it with our metronome. I'm just going to start nice and easy. We'll start at 50 BPM. 1, 2, 3, 4. G, C, B, C, D, A, D, hold it, C, B, A, B, C. Alright. So there it is, the first line of Oral E. Now, the second line, people love this one because bar 5 and bar 6, they repeat, they're the same, and also it's the same note. So everyone feels really good about this one. So let's have a go at bar 5 and 6 together. And because it's not as challenging, I'm going to bump up the speed for you. Just to 60 BPM, and let's do it together. 1, 2, 3, 4. E, 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 E. All right, good. Now, let's have a look at bar 7. So we're naming the notes. We've got E, D, C, D, E. Okay, E, the last E on bar 8. So let's do that again. 2, 3, 4. E, D, C, back to D, and then E. Good. Okay, so let's add in let's do all of line 2 now, along with the metronome. 1, 2, 3, 4. E, 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 D, C, D, E, 2, 3, 4. Very good. So here we go with our last line. The last line, we've got E, E, F, E. Okay, for bar 9. So only one change there. We've got E, E, and then F, back to E. Now bar 10 can be a little tricky, but you know what? It's the same as bar 2, where we have the D, A, D. So it's something that we're already familiar with and we've already practiced, so it should be something that you can find, you know, that you can achieve. So then we've got bar 11, which is C, B, E, D. So let's just go over that a bit because that can be a little tricky. There's quite a few, there's 4 different notes going on there. So let's do it together. So we've got C, B, E, D. Again, 2, 3, 4. C, B, E, D. And we just really want to hit that last note, which is C, to finish the song off. Okay, so let's see if we can do line 3 along with the metronome. One, 2, 3, 4. E, E, F, E, D, A, D, C, B, E, D, C. Alright, so hopefully that was good. So to finish off, we're going to do the whole song. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't forget to repeat. 3, 4. Here we go. 2, 3. Here we go. Next line. 3, last line. Alright, so I really hope that helped you, and I really look forward to seeing you in the next lesson. Thanks a lot.